I just want to say we're so passionate about classic movies. We're going to expand the conversation.
You can see the passion that's in this room.
It's thrilling to the core.
Put a new spin on some vintage films.
It's classic movies and more.
Hi, I'm Medaska from Classic Movies and More, and the gang's all here. Say hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
That was like taking money from a baby. Pavlov is happy. We're celebrating Halloween, and tonight we're discussing our favorite horror movie of all time. So let's hear from everybody.
I think my favorite horror film of all time is The Haunting, the original with Robert Wise directing. I saw it on TV for the first time, scared the heck out of me as a kid. Finally got to see it on the big screen in a great movie palace, and it was even more frightening on the big screen. I think sometimes when you see less, your imagination does a lot more for you than they could ever put on screen. And some of the stuff they do in The Haunting with sound effects and things in shadows in the dark, absolutely terrifying. And it still packs a punch for me today. So even though it's hard to pick just one, I think The Haunting's my favorite.
This is a hard question. I'm going to say for out and out, I want to run out of the room scary, it has to be Friedkin's The Exorcist. But I think my favorite horror movie is James Whale's Frankenstein, the original, or actually Karloff's introduction to playing the monster. Fantastic introduction in the movie when he walks in that door and sort of does that look up. I love it. The movie is beautifully shot. There's nothing wrong with it. It's a perfect horror movie.
Wow. Favorite horror movie. First of all, I'm a huge scaredy cat, so I don't know if my horror movies are so horrible, but it's twofold. It used to always be Dracula because I just love the book, and so the movie I adore as well. But recently I did see The Bride of Frankenstein again, and I have to say that usurped now my favorite horror movie is The Bride of Frankenstein. And not because it was incredibly scary, but for me it was incredibly heartbreaking and sad, in addition to being a little scary and creepy. But there was something about the monster and the bride, it just really tugged on my heartstrings. So I probably had a little tear in my eye when I saw it. So like I said, big scaredy cat, so maybe these movies aren't so horribly scary, but those are my favorites.
I think my all-time favorite would have to be, it is one of the first, and I think one of the best, the Lon Chaney Phantom of the Opera, a classic. It's a silent film, which makes it all the more interesting. Not particularly scary film, but I think when people saw it way back in 1925, probably scared them out of their wits, and it laid the base work for all of the Universal horror films that followed. And there's some terrific stuff in it, great makeup, some terrific performances, including Chaney, and the sets are just phenomenal, and it's one that I never get tired of.
I think my favorite horror movie has to be Frankenstein Meets the Wolfman. It just, the beginning is just the best. You have to see it because the best means the best.
Well, my favorite horror movie is definitely The Wolfman. I love the Jack Pierce makeup, fantastic, but the actual story is, it's a Greek tragedy. A guy who doesn't want to be a monster, very much like myself, doesn't want to be a monster, but is forced into that role. And you throw Evelyn Ankers in there. I love Evelyn Ankers, she's pretty hot. All right, it's a great film. My favorite horror movie. I could watch it over and over again. The only thing that freaks me out is that dream sequence thing. It was a little wacky, but other than that, to me, the picture perfect horror movie. Claude Rains even kills his own son. How could you top that? Well, this has been our favorite horror movie episode from Classic Movies and More. As you can see, everybody went through. The gang's all here, as I said before. We'd like to hear from you. So if you'd like to shoot in your favorite horror movie, we'd love to check it out and post it up on our site, classicmoviesandmore.com. Once again, I'm Rob, and the gang. Say goodbye.
Bye. Goodbye.
All right, we'll see you guys next time on Classic Movies and More.